Message from the Arcturians. 7. Accept your rightful inheritance. Dear ones, we are the Arcturians. You have been waiting for a very long time now, to see your world shifting into her promised new and higher density. You have been proving immense patience and strength, and many also learned to understand the nature of your own creativity and the law of creation. You started to understand your free will, meaning that you are free to create a different situation than the one you are experiencing in any given moment. This is because you began to understand that any present circumstance is not a solid and eternal situation, but can be changed from the very moment on you recognize your non-agreement and your power of change that is yours. With great joy we observe that many of you have come to the point where you were able to break free from the past and your seeming unavoidable bondage to it, but rather realized that you are given the power in any moment to insert and use a new set of vision and inspiration that enables you to create something different, carried by the new incoming light and energy that you allow in this moment to flow and be the source of your new creation. Dear Earth humans, this is the glory of new humanity in which you are already participating and which more and more of you are discovering and bringing into play. This is the way, dear ones, how you can change the current situation on your world, which is still in the hands of the old and outdated powers of those who do not have much future anymore. We want to encourage you, each one of you, who is reading this message, to use your creative powers in a way that you don't look at the present moment, still governed by your controllers, and that you no longer allow to bind yourself to the images of darkness and all the suffering attached to it. Rather allow, regardless what they create in their thirst for domination and destruction, the light of a new creation into your mind and heart now. It is essential that you now, in this very moment, stop looking back into the old world with everything that is falling apart, and rise yourself into higher vibrations by visualizing, feeling and creating the foundation of the new world you are already dreaming about. What is important is that you act as if your new world is already existing. This starts with peaceful and cooperative actions with your loved ones and also those you are not intimate with, or not yet. Consider each and everyone as your family, who is on their path of learning unity and unconditional love. Secondly, learn to live a life which is not dependent on false happiness. What we mean is to drop your dependence on consumer life. Only acquire what you really need and do not support the industries and markets which are created to enrich your controllers and at the same time are aimed to distract you by your desires from your true soul purpose. Learn to be content and in balance without unnecessary accumulation of things which you do not need to feel happy, but you might still think they would make you happy out of mere old habit. Learn discrimination and refrain from your old patterns with the tendency to consume things. This also refers to the messages many of you are reading and listening to daily, such as this one. As long as you do not learn from them, as long as you do not use them as a tool to grow humanly and spiritually, you engage consumer behavior, dear ones. All our messages, and those from other members of the light involved in serving humanity's ascension, must be taken serious and must be used in your daily life, if you feel they contain a message for you, so that you can make true progress in your evolution. You can always ask questions if you do not understand the messages. Whether it is a real person you are turning to, or your invisible guides, be assured, if your question is serious, you will receive the answer you need. Also know that all your heart desires regarding your ascension process will be fulfilled. This is so, as the desires of your heart are the motor at the core of your life process, which moves you along your life contract, which you signed before you incarnated in this lifetime. Further, we want to encourage you to trust yourself more, to trust your inner mover, the inner intention of your being, which you can feel in your heart. This impulse is always free of any outside appearance, such as the establishment of your world, created by the intention of your controllers. Your inner impulse is the power of divinity that took on your form, to free humanity, of which you are part of, and from which you are inseparable, and whose intention is the restoration of light and of love on earth. This divine impulse is eternal, compared to the lesser impulses of your controllers. Always remember this, dear ones. Dare to dream the true divine dream at all times, knowing that the dreams of your controllers are necessarily only short, because what is of the light is the power of the divine in its highest existence itself. The lighter the density, the greater God's power. So allow God's power to re-establish itself in your heart and creative dreams and actions, without giving your controllers a chance to take from you the slightest spot in your divine world. Unite with others, dear ones, to grow stronger, to share your new creations, but which must never be against others, but only always for the glorious divinity. We also encourage you dearly to forget anything your controllers have done to hurt you. Because if you do not, you only strengthen their power. Withdraw fully from their existence, and if your life is still under their laws uncertain, or even in many ways, detach yourself from it, in your heart by maintaining equanimity, and simultaneously keep your vision focused on your new world. This requires practice, of course, but this is what you are here for. This will teach you that you are not your three-dimensional appearance, which experiences still a world you do not really like, but that you are free in spirit and to love. Because is it this, what you are? Divine spirit, divine love. Allow yourself to rise above the perception of a three-dimensional world and the identification with it. You have been always free of it, in reality. Only your illusionary belief that you are just this three-dimensional appearance, with all its experiences and limitations, cut off from the divine source, made it possible that your controllers ever had powers over you. Do you see the difference, and do you see your own true power, which is that of divinity and eternity? To identify with your true nature is the means to create the new world, and to ascend. Some of you might ask, and how do I find my true divine nature? The first step is to familiarize yourself with this truth of what you are. Meditate on it, consider it to be true. Occupy yourself with the stories of those who have described their own divinity, and understand that you are looking directly into your own divine face, but which is still unconscious to you. True seekers of treasures never give up in their efforts to find them. And so do you. You will not give up to discover who you really are. It is time now for each one of you to wake up to your own truth, beloved ones. We, the Arcturians, are your mentors and your guardians since unthinkable times. We have been once at the threshold where you are this precious moment in eternity. And it is humanity's future to realize what we are now. Invoke your future now into your presence, dear ones. The light of the divine is calling you to accept and receive your rightful inheritance. We love you, dearest ones, and we bless you on your path to ascension. We are the Arcturians.